Hello and welcome back to the Auto Tech Review channel. Today we have with us two of the latest scooters which have been launched by Hero MotoCorp, the Maestro 125 Edge and the Pleasure Plus. Now the Maestro 125 Edge has been introduced in the Indian market for rupees 58,500. That's for the carbureted drum brake version. The disc brake version is available for 60,000, ex-showroom Delhi of course, and then there is also a fuel injected version of this scooter which is available for 62,700 ex-showroom Delhi. The Pleasure on the other hand has been introduced at 47,300 for the sheet metal alloy, and the cast metal alloy variant has been introduced at 49,300. Now this is the first fuel injected scooter which has been introduced by Hero MotoCorp. This is a carbureted version of the scooter and we are going to review both of these units and let you know how they fare on the Delhi streets. Stay tuned. Now the Maestro 125 Edge comes with a 125cc engine, while the Pleasure Plus has been introduced now with a 110cc engine. On the Maestro Edge, the 125cc engine produces approximately 9.1 bhp at 7,000 rpm. That is for the fuel injected version which we have with us, and 10.2 Newton meters of torque. On the other hand, we have the Pleasure Plus which has been introduced with a 110cc engine that now produces 8 bhp at 7,500 rpm and 8.7 Newton meters of torque that comes in at 5,500 rpm. In terms of performance, the Maestro Edge with the fuel delivery system, the power delivery is smooth and peppy. The scooter is fun to ride and accelerates quite easily. The low end torque for city riding conditions is great, and the scooter has enough punch to get going quite fast. The Pleasure Plus on the other hand takes a little time to reach the meat of the power band, and once it achieves 5,500 rpm, it accelerates quite quickly. The low end torque on the Pleasure Plus is definitely good, but could have been improved a little bit. On the Maestro Edge 125, we were able to achieve 85 kmph in a short sprint, and on the Pleasure Plus, we were able to achieve 80 kmph in the same short sprint. The Maestro Edge 125 comes with a drum brake setup on the carbureted version as well as a disc brake setup on the carbureted version, which is also there on the fuel injected version. We had the fuel injected version with us with the 190mm disc brakes in the front with the 2-pot caliper by Bray and a 130mm drum brake setup on the rear. The Pleasure Plus as well comes with a 130mm drum brake setup in the front as well as in the rear. The braking setup on the Maestro Edge 125 is progressive and inspires confidence. Both scooters come with a combi braking system. However, we felt that the Pleasure Plus did lack a little bite on the front braking setup. The rear drum brake had enough to give you confidence. Now the ground clearance on the Maestro Edge 125 stands at 155mm, while that of the Pleasure Plus also stands at 155mm. We found this to be adequate enough to clear most speed breakers and bumps as well as potholes. The suspension setup on the Maestro Edge 125 is a telescopic fork in the front and a single coil spring hydraulic type in the rear. This is the same setup that is also used on the Pleasure Plus. The suspension absorbs the jolts and jerks pretty easily, and the rider does sit quite comfortably on the scooter. Most of this does not translate into the cabin. In terms of features, the Pleasure Plus comes with a side stand indicator, analog speedometer, bottle holders in the front, baggage hook, a USB charging slot, plenty of under-seat storage, LED lighting as well for the under-seat storage area. You don't get a remote release for the under-seat storage area, neither do you get functions such as external fuel filling. Now the Maestro Edge as well comes with a robust build quality, and we really like the switchgear. The instrument cluster up front is part digital and of course part analog, so the speedometer is analog, the fuel indicator as well is digital. You also have a service reminder in the Maestro Edge 125. The switchgear is pretty good and ergonomics and functionality is also great. The side view mirrors are slightly larger, so we prefer these. So with the Maestro Edge you also get a release on the key for the fuel filling, that is an external fuel filling. Well, that's it from our side, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed this review of the Hero Maestro Edge 125 and the Pleasure Plus. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the Autotech Review channel for all the latest action from the automotive industry.